morning. Happy Sabbath.
Happy Sabbath.
Is your mic on?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay, get closer for me. I'm Audree Johnson.
I'm Jadon.
And welcome, my voice just cracked, to Children's Sabbath School. Aren't you guys glad you're here today? Well, we are too. There are so many seats today, Jadon. I haven't seen this many seats since 2020. Look at all those seats. Does it make you nervous? It doesn't? Makes me nervous. I hope they all fill up because there's a lot of seats out there. Jadon, guess what?
What?
It's a new Sabbath day, and Sabbath is a happy day. Isn't it a happy day? All right, so Children's Sabbath School is one of my favorite times of the service. Do you know what this lesson's about? You don't? That means we have to watch it, though. But it's also the the second quarter, the first Sabbath of the second quarter of this year. Can you believe that we've already gotten to the second quarter of this year?
Yeah. No.
Me either. In about a month and a half, you're going to be finishing up your elementary or your primary, whatever they call it, middle school education. Are you excited about that?
Yeah, I am.
This year's just flying on. Jadon, they can't hear you, so you gotta get closer to the mic.
Okay.
All right, here you go. There you go, testing, 1, 2. All right, Jadon, so look, let's get ready. We gotta go on a mission.
What's the mission?
The Sabbath School lesson is called Human Gods.
Oh, I remember what it's about now.
You remember now? I think it's gonna be interesting. Do you have any human gods?
No.
I would hope not. You have any other gods besides the real God?
No, ma'am.
Is your phone one of your gods?
No.
Oh, okay, I'm just making sure. So let's get to the lesson. Did you have a good week? I gotta ask that too.
Yeah, my week was good.
Okay, mine wasn't so good, but I'm glad you had a good week. And Sabbath is a happy day. All right, Jadon, so I'm gonna do my message and you're gonna do your memory verse. And guess what we're gonna do?
Go into the service.
Go into the lesson, all right? Let me see. I think I remember it. I had to cheat. You're cheating too. All right, so the message is we serve God when we help others. That's the message for the week. So that's what we're going to get out of this. What's your memory verse?
It's from Galatians 6, verse 2. And it says, carry each other's burdens, and you will fulfill the law of Christ.
Carry each other's what?
Burdens.
What are burdens?
Like a sin or something, and just help people get through it.
Could it be something that's weighing you down?
Mm-hmm.
Like if
like
you're...
a weight.
Yeah, a weight. Something that's bothering you. It doesn't necessarily have to be sin, right? It could be something that's like you're struggling with. Or if you're sick, that could be a burden. Like you're supposed to help each other, right?
Yes.
Okay, so remember, as we go to the lesson, we serve God when we help others. Let's go to the lesson, Human Gods.
Lesson 1, Human Gods, from Acts chapter 14, verses 8 through 20. The message is, we serve God when we help others. Denise and Cameron were new to the country. Everyone looked so different, and many of them spoke a different language. It was a strange experience, but they shared their toys and helped others. Pretty soon, they made friends, but they also had some kids who did not like them. Just like Denise and Cameron, Paul and Barnabas traveled to a new place where they didn't know anyone. They traveled to share the good news of Jesus' love. Here's the story of what happened next.
Paul and Barnabas stopped to rest by the roadside. They looked at the city before them.
Most of the people of Lystra don't know anything about the God of heaven.
Paul sighed.
Not for long.
Barnabas replied with a smile.
The two apostles may have prayed, show us, Lord, how to let the people of Lystra know the good news about Jesus.
They walked on and soon entered the city. The two friends began to talk to people. Soon several of the townspeople had gathered to listen. As he spoke, Paul noticed a man who had never been able to walk. Paul may have silently prayed.
He believes in you, Jesus. You can make him well.
Then Paul said to the man,
stand up to your feet.
And the man jumped up and walked.
Amazing!
Unbelievable!
People began to shout.
How could this be?
Someone in the crowd shouted.
The gods have come down to visit us. Others agreed. They believed that their gods sometimes came to help them in miraculous ways. After seeing the lame man healed, they were sure that Paul and Barnabas were gods too.
The people became so excited. They shouted,
Let's have a celebration. We can offer sacrifices to these gods and give them gifts. Paul and Barnabas moved among the people. No,
they said.
you don't understand. We're people just like you. We've come to tell you the good news about the real God, the true, the living God. He is the one who made the sky, the earth, the sea, and everything that is within them.
But the people were determined to worship Paul and Barnabas.
About that time, some Jewish leaders heard about the excitement. They came to see it for themselves. These men wanted to stop the work of Paul and Barnabas. They saw that the townspeople were upset because Paul and Barnabas had stopped their celebration. So it wasn't hard to make them turn against God's men.
Very quickly, the same people who had wanted to worship the apostles now wanted to kill them. In fact, they stoned Paul and dragged him out of the city. Thinking he was dead, the Christian believers of Lystra sadly gathered around Paul. He was bruised and bleeding, but he got up. They helped him back to the city where they could care for him, but Paul and Barnabas decided to leave that place.
We will travel to Derbe for a little while, but we will come back soon to encourage you and help you. Paul and Barnabas were willing to show God's love to others. Their words and kind actions led others to know Jesus. How about you? How can your actions say, Jesus loves you, to someone this week?
So, what'd you get from the lesson?
I got that sometimes people will be your friends, then they'll turn on you the next minute. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Paul got beat up by the same people that were saying, yay, Paul, yay, Paul. Then they took him and they stoned him. Could you imagine being stoned?
No.
That means they used rocks and beat him up. Did you see how badly he was beat up?
Yeah, it looked painful.
Yeah, his eyes were even black. Like he had scratches, blood, everything. He was hurt. And then 2 seconds later, guess what they were doing? They were at his party, shouting and happy about him. I don't want to be that kind of friend. Are you that kind of friend?
No.
I would hope not. Jadon, guess what? We can't celebrate people like we celebrate God. That's the only person we can celebrate, right? Yeah, that's what I learned from the lesson. What did you learn?
I learned that you should try to be like, I know they're trying to tell, Paul and Barnabas are trying to tell them that God is the person they're supposed to worship.
Mm-hmm.
And I think before they did the actions, like healed the man, they should have explained before. Because I know it's not their fault that
But
they
you know
caused the
why?
uproar.
Well, you know why they were able to heal the man?
Because of God. And I'm saying I should have said it's because of God we healed him. But
They should have told more.
Yeah.
But sometimes God just wants to use you. He doesn't want you to have something on your shirt that says, I'm a Christ worshiper. He just wants to see it in you. And so because they could see it and feel it in them, they were able to do like superpower stuff, like heal people. Could you imagine? Woo, I just healed you. Could you imagine? That's how I want to be. That's pretty cool. We had a sermon about that recently. Do you remember? I think it was during Black History Month.
No,
You don't remember? I think I remember it. All right, Jadon. That was a lot in that lesson. A lot of don't be consistent, right? People aren't your gods. Only God is the only true God. What else did you get? That was 2. Sorry. Give me one more.
Know who your real friends are?
Know who your real friends are. That's a good lesson. I hope you learned that early. You can take that for the rest of your life. I hear Elder Michael Green co-signing, know who your real friends are. Right. Okay, Jadon, that's what I got. You're good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, Jadon, it's time to do our special happy birthdays. But before that, guess what happened this week? Well, something happened last week. Alicia McPherson got a science award. Did you hear about that?
For a science fair?
Yeah, for the science fair. And guess what else happened this week?
What happened this week?
Remember our youth pastor, Eric Peters.
Mm-hmm.
He just got a youth pastor position, youth director position in, I think, Allegheny West. He's like the same as Kimberly Mann here for us in South Central Conference.
What area is Allegheny West?
It's like, I think, Pennsylvania, somewhere up there.
Is it Pennsylvania on the east?
Well, don't worry about how they do it. I don't know how they do it. You have to ask Pastor Lee how they do all those regional conferences things. But isn't that cool? He was our youth pastor, and now he's like youth director over a whole lot of states.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That is. Congratulations to Pastor Eric Peters. All right, who else? Happy birthday. Go from the ones from the beginning of the week first.
Okay, on Sunday we had Trey Taylor.
Trey turned 16. Can you believe that? I remember when he was born. Happy birthday, Trey.
Ava Charles, hers was last month, but we missed it, but we're saying happy birthday.
Yes, we missed Ava for a whole month. We kept on meaning to. So
She
Ava,
11?
happy birthday. I don't know if she's watching.
She 11?
I'm not sure. We have to ask Bree. I forgot. COVID made me confused. Who else? Say it loud.
Stephanie Smith.
Stephanie Smith had a birthday this week.
Joy Pfeiffer.
Auntie Joy had a birthday this week. They had a lot of birthdays in their family this week.
Marietta Hamilton.
Marietta Hamilton.
And on Friday, we had Chandler Holloway.
Chan, that's Miss Carnice's daughter, her baby daughter. Happy birthday, Chan.
Lisa Leslie.
Lisa Leslie, that's Autumn and Philip's mom. Mm-hmm. Who else?
Gwen Fulford.
Who?
Gwen
Oh,
Fulford.
Gwen, yes. That's Charles' mom. His mom had a birthday this week.
Shirley Austin.
Shirley Austin's birthday was yesterday. She had a birthday on April Fool's. It wasn't a joke. Okay, go on.
Today, we have Cassandra Johnson.
Happy birthday, Cassandra. Cassie, it's her birthday. Don't you love Sabbath birthdays? Me too. And who else?
Chris McNish.
Chris McNish's birthday's today. Happy birthday, Chris McNish. All right, that's everybody. Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
I wonder what the lesson's going to be about next week. I wonder if it's going to be about people beating each other up again. Better watch your friends this week. That's my lesson to you. We've had a great time. Have you, Jadon?
Yeah, I have.
I'm Audree Johnson.
And I'm Jadon Williams.
Have a happy Sabbath.